Broadcasting live in 185 countries, 6 3/4 continents, on the International Space Station, and carried on both Voyager Golden records. It's the Weekly Rumble, where we place 4 YouTubers in a cage with a live lion. Oh wait, that's not how this works? The Weekly Rumble, where we pit the wits and opinions of 4 YouTubers against each other. Well, Chris Knight dishes out the points, or takes them away. Without further BS, here is your host, Chris Knight.
Yes, it is me. I am Chris Knight, and this is the Real Review 3000. And with that said, guys, you are watching the Weekly Rumble, and we're going to bring in our contestants today. We have first off Scott from Sporking News Podcast. We have HanStar from HanStar YT. Basically, that's kind of how it goes, I guess. You know, but we need to give you a better name. You're muted, I think.
Oh, yeah, I had muted my microphone on the microphone. Hey, everybody, I'm HanStar from HanStar.
Yeah. Up next, not last, definitely not last, but the Gilkman Thomas Gilkey. Good to have you here, sir. And last, but
thank you for having me.
My brother from another mother. It is Ords.
You mean
He's
I gotta
mine.
do this game with these guys? Nah, man, I got things to do, bro. I gotta go.
All right, talk to you later.
It's 8:02, Ords. It's
Lovely
8:02. I
What's
just
up?
want you to know
Hey, I made it before
my
you
time is
brought people in.
valuable.
I
My
made it
time is
before you-
valuable.
What's up, HanStar? What's
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
I feel like I haven't talked to you forever.
You guys
Yeah,
doing
it
well?
has been a little while. Yeah, it has been a little while.
I'm checking
All my favorite homies here.
All right, guys.
And
So,
Chris.
yeah, what?
He said all of his favorite homies. I said, and Chris.
Yes, exactly. As always, I gotta see if I can find my my rules now. So hold on, guys. I gotta make sure I get it. What?
I love the intro, and it took me a few seconds to realize who it was. I was like, oh my god, it's hashtag Thorbs, otherwise known as now
D.
No, I'll call him Orbs. Hashtag,
Who is Orbs? And that wasn't me.
uh-huh.
I think it's just Chris doing a voice.
That's some serious professional guy who Chris hired and spent a lot of money on to do that.
Exactly.
Or maybe
I
maybe he just paid somebody to say like the best things about him. Like, oh,
That sounds
Chris
about
is such
right.
an incredible individual, and we all love him.
But
Due to my contract, I'm not allowed to discuss this.
Wow.
I think you need to change it to you lock 4 YouTubers in the cage with Tiger King, Joe Exotic. That would be fun.
Ooh, yeah.
I thought I had it
Ooh.
ready, so you guys are gonna have to give me just a second because I can't. Oh, here, I know what I gotta do.
Ords, I thought up of a new shipping. Okay,
Lord have mercy on my soul.
Thorbing, like Sporking, me, you, and Sporking.
Thorbing. I like it.
Really?
I like it.
Yes.
Okay, guys.
Sorry, I'm stuffing pizza in my face.
Now that I actually have
pizza
this
stuff.
ready to go, we're going to go ahead and start here, guys. This is real simple. We have basically a wheel of time and a wheel of wheel topics. Okay. So we spin the wheel of topics to find out who, or what we're doing it on. We got a wheel of time. We'll find out how long you guys have. And also the times are 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and 5 minutes. If the 3, 4, or 5 minute topics time gets picked, those go off the board. 1 and 2 always stay, just so you guys know. Each panelist will also get the infamous mulligan. That mulligan can be used to add up to 5 minutes or take down to 1 minute. You have to do at least 1 minute or at max 5 minutes. We don't go above or below those. Okay. And also you guys will each get a time to respond after each person says whatever they have to say, but you have to tell me you want to respond or have something to respond. If you do that, please keep it to like a minimum of 10 seconds, please. We appreciate it. And everybody gave me 2 topics, which means we have a total of 10 because I also contribute 2 So with that said, guys, we're going to go ahead and well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to add a wild card today, guys. I keep things kind of fresh here. Your wild card today is Sith Lord or JJ.
Oh my God! Seriously, all my favorite people. Oh my God!
Exactly.
Crazy. I got the Gilkmans, I got the Siths, I got the Hans, I got the Sporks, and I got the Knights. Oh my God!
Yes,
Whoa,
I know.
what's up,
So, guys,
everybody?
here's what this.
It's a complete nerdgasm.
Here's what happens right now. Sith is going to be the one to determine what your guys' points are today. But not only that, guys, I gave him the option and the power to change any one of the rules around. He can take time off the wheel of time. He can give you a roll again.
Don't forget, Sith. We're friends. Don't forget, bro. We're homies.
So,
don't forget, Sith. I gave you a wrench. Ords didn't.
All right.
Yeah, I did.
JJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like he's a god.
I'm gonna make this clear. Can everybody see me and hear me clearly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What if
yeah,
you said
well, yeah, because Han, earlier I was having internet problems.
Yeah. No, you're straight. You're straight now.
Hold on 1 second.
It was still acting up a couple hours ago, so that's why I was hoping that I was going to be able to make it. First off, Scott, Ords, Thomas, Han, I don't want you guys to take nothing I'm going to say to y'all personal tonight. We're here to have fun. I'm going to jab at you. I may not jab. I may jab at you. I may not. It's nothing personal. I love all you guys. I don't want nobody upset with me tonight when this is over with.
Except for me, I can be upset.
I'm upset because we ain't got this going. Let's do this. I'm gonna win.
Okay, so JJ,
Chris, I ain't worried about it.
I know you're not. JJ, what is the one thing you're gonna change today? You're gonna give him an extra mulligan. You're gonna take a time off the wheel of time. What are you gonna do?
Really ain't thought about it. I was thinking about the most thing that most people can worry about with that wheel is the 5-minute time slot.
Mm-hmm.
I may change that.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
I might take a minute off. I might take. Does it have to be in minutes, Chris, or can I
No, you can take any one of those slots off. So you could take the 1 minute off, the 2 minute off, the 3 minute off, the 4 minute off, or the 5 minute. If you want to take the 5 minute off, you can take it off, and it goes away for the whole game.
Well, let's just go ahead and just put a thorn in everybody's side right now, and take the 1 minute off.
The 1 minute.
Oh,
you're never being on my screen, JJ.
The 1 minute time slot is gone. So,
thanks.
The 5, the 4, the 3 can go away, but the 2 will always be on there. So, real quick, guys, before we go too much further, I have a super chat, and it is from the Gilkman. Thank you very much, Thomas. Leaving some love for this incredible panel. And that's right, guys. So the $3.99 will be split evenly between the 6 of us, and that leaves us all with about 22 cents. So,
hey, you ain't buttering me up, Thomas. You're going down, son. I played this
going down, you beardless wonder.
Oh, we already got that out. So, guys,
you don't even know. And then you got Sith Lord over here screwing it up for everybody. Sorry, Chris.
That's all right. So here's the question, guys. Are you ready?
No.
I got ready to rumble.
That's right, guys. It's time to rumble. So what do? We go over here to share screen. And
what do we do again? What's this show?
This show is none of your business. Okay, so here's what we do. We got the wheel of name. We're gonna find out who's going.
You heard that,
first.
Thomas.
I hate this.
Oh no.
That's why we do this.
You're killing me, Chris.
I know I am.
Yes.
With love.
5 minutes. Just give him the 5 minutes outright.
So first up.
Yo, look.
First up is going to be Thomas, and
yay.
You think this is easy, Thomas? It's not. Have fun.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go. It's gonna go Thomas, Ords, Scott, and then Han.
Especially since Sith took the 1 minute away.
All right.
I curse this game already.
Well,
hey, quick question. You may have already answered this, but can we go down to a minute with a mulligan?
I will allow that. That's the only time you can do a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
the mulligan. Yeah, the mulligan. You can use whatever time you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
let's do it.
Let's get all these questions up so I can see them. Remember, chat, I will try to keep an eye on you guys, but I got about 5,000 things going on. So, Wheel of Time is up now. Okay, so your first question tonight.
It's not fair.
Do you think Namor will be in Phase 4 and represented the way it is in canon?
Fuck.
Okay, got that?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
All right.
Oh, this is a good one.
I love you, Thomas.
Question, right?
That was awesome.
This is a good one.
Scott, this is your question, right?
That is true, Chris
Thanks,
Knight.
Scott.
Yes,
Thanks,
Chris
Scott.
Knight
Would you like to
3000.
give
It was
him
my
some
question.
context behind this? Would you like to give him some context going forward? First off,
I love you, Scott.
Yes.
Thank you.
So in the movie, hey buddy, I'm with you. In the movie Endgame, Avengers Endgame, that is, there's a scene where they talk about a earthquake under the ocean.
Yeah.
And the girl from where the hell are they from? Wakanda says, we deal with it without not dealing with it. But they have said that is talking about Atlantis. Now, Namor is from Atlantis. He's one of the original superheroes in Marvel Comics. He has kind of like an Asian look to him. He's a guy's guy. He's kind of like the Aquaman, but better of Marvel. And he's an original OG.
It depends on which one you're talking
people
about.
have already been talking about. I'm talking original.
Okay.
And he had that Asian feel to him. And what I'm worried about is they're either going to gender swap him, change his orientation, turn him into even a different. He's an Asian dude. It's like what they're doing to everything else. Will they appropriate him correctly? Will they treat him with respect?
Would you say he's like a aquatic Spock? Looks like an aquatic Spock.
Aquatic.
He does
Sulu.
look like an aquatic Spock.
An aquatic Sulu.
It's like a mix of if Sulu and Spock had a love child in some weird world, it would be their child.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna spin that wheel.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Oh,
Oh, crap.
4
It's still bad.
minutes.
Okay.
4 minutes. You guys each have that. Okay, so one time that goes away right now. 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes, and that is your time, Thomas.
So I answer this. So I answer this in 4 minutes, right?
Yes, you have 4 minutes. You got to keep going.
Okay.
Or I mean, I guess you don't have to go for the full 4 minutes, but be warned that your time is dependent on your score. So JJ down there giving you the score. So
That's what she said.
Oh God.
all right, your time is on the board. You ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. 4 minutes on the board, and your time starts now.
All right. So I think that Namor isn't going to be in the isn't going to be in Phase 4 because Marvel has teased multiple times before characters. They teased, I think, in the first Iron Man, there was an original, like in the deleted scenes, a scene of the X-Men. So I think they're setting up for the X-Men. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see Namor in Phase 4, but Namor is, I think they're going to do it right when they decide to put him in whatever phase it is, whether it's in Phase 5 or Phase 6. I think Phase 4 is focused on the event, the X-Men. It's Fantastic Four, and maybe some other, like She-Hulk or something like that. Oh wait, she's gonna be in Disney Plus, I think. Damn it. And so I think he's gonna. Damn it. I think Namor is gonna.
That's 1 minute there, Thomas. 1 minute.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Stop distracting me, gosh darn it. Please. Love you, Scott. But yeah.
Love you, buddy.
So, stop distracting. And so I think that Namor, he's not going to be in Phase 4, but I think he's going to be in Phase 5. I think they're going to do him right because, far to my knowledge, I haven't gotten the interpretations of Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow. Oh my God. Wrong. So I have faith in Kevin Feige.
What the heck is happening?
I'm listening. That's all.
So I have faith in Kevin. I place my faith in Kevin Feige. To me, he hasn't let
2
us.
minutes left.
Thank you. Appreciate it. To me, he hasn't let, apart from Captain Marvel, he hasn't let me down that much. Avengers Endgame was a success. And I do think we're going to see Namor in Phase 5. Phase 4, I don't think they really have an idea, apart from X-Men and Fantastic Four, as to what's going to happen. Because unless Disney Plus series like The Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to coincide with Phase 4, I think he has an idea, Feige does, but I don't think it has to do with Namor for the presentable future. But I do think that they're going to do him right. I think it's just a matter of getting the best choice possible. I think oh my God, maybe I would say Benedict Wong, but he's already in the MCU. Dang it. Jackie Chan. No, Jackie Chan's too old. Chow Yun-Fat, maybe. I don't know. But I do think it's possible that we'll see him in Phase 5, not Phase 4. Phase 4 is for the X-Men and Fantastic Four. Phase 5 is not. Phase 5 is Namor's year to shine, and Phase 4 is the X-Men and Fantastic Four's to shine.
Okay. Very good.
Was
You
rough,
used
man.
4
That's
minutes.
a long time.
We have a $2 super chat from Mr. Ords Bored, who is also on the panel, and it says Thomas is sweating. Just saying. Now, I'll tell you right now, guys, every one of you, if you'd like to poke at another person, this is the way to do it, guys. Is I will read it while they're doing stuff, and look right there, $2. I mean, perfect, great. Thank you very much, Ords. I appreciate it.
Well, here's the thing.
You also have one from Rosetta. One from Rosetta also.
Oh, I do. Wait, where was it? Oh, it's way up there. I was in the middle of doing something. Rosetta says, and Sith with the reproductive organ move. Okay. Nice.
Okay.
I was in that day.
See, this is what I love about this game is bringing people on who've never played it for the simple fact that when they hit that 4 or 5 minute mark,
yes,
they have no clue they don't realize what 5 minutes of time really is until you have to talk about something you know nothing about.
I'm just waiting for you, Ords, to learn how to run the show so I can get on and show people how to do this.
I can't wait for somebody.
Right.
Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I can't wait for somebody like Rosetta to send a super chat to Frazzle Ords. Rosetta, I'm calling upon you to do that, or even Sporking.
Okay, so. All right, JJ, you got his score right now. You don't have to tell him right now.
God.
Yeah. I got it. Don't worry about me. I got it.
Okay, cool, good. Because here's the thing: at the end, somebody will be crowned the winner. Just so you guys know, because the points are absolutely, vitally not important here. So just so you remember.
Exactly.
Okay, guys. All right.
That's so awesome.
My triumph over all is very important.
Yes. Okay.
It won't happen.
Remember that.
Somebody will
Ords, are you ready?
I want to talk about this.
Are you ready, Ords?
Am I ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
You got 4 minutes on the board. You gonna wimp out and go ahead and use your mulligan right now?
No snap.
Let's do this. Oh God. Here we go. 4 minutes on the board, and time starts now.
Okay, Namor. No, Phase 4. I think that here's the thing. There's so many more characters that we have to get.
That's good.
They're There's my time. I'm done. No, no. Look, there's so many more characters. There's so many more characters that we really have to get through here. I kind of agree with Tom. Shut up. Mute yourself. So basically, we have so many different characters. If Thomas would just quiet down. Okay. So we have so many characters to get through. I kind of agree with Thomas. I think that Phase 4 will be bringing in the X-Men. I don't think that we're going to go full X-Men. We're going to get hints of it. We're going to get glimpses of it. I think Namor is going to be one that they're going to push back a little bit further. But let's be honest here, guys. We're waiting for a character that we're expecting to see back in Guardians. Was it 2? Beta Ray Bill. Where's Beta Ray Bill? I think this is going to be more likely of a character that we're going to see going into it now with Thor being essentially a part of the Guardians. What else is next? They're traveling the galaxy. They're going to come across Beta Ray Bill. So do I think that Phase 4 we're going to get Namor? No, we're going to get hints. Kevin Feige has this stuff planned out years in advance. He knows. They're probably writing Phase 5 currently right now is how I view it. Because that's how far ahead he is. And the interesting part is the people that work for him, he doesn't tell about 2 weeks before he needs it. And there's reasons for that, obviously, leaks and things like that. But it's very interesting how he gets his people to work and get their job done well. I remember doing an interview with Andy Park, head of visual development for Marvel.
That's a name drop.
Yeah, name drop.
Andy Park, yeah. I don't know what that means, but okay. Anyway, so kind of like prying him a little bit about it. Namor is definitely, I think, something they're going for, but I don't think maybe see it at the end of Phase 4. Maybe Silver Surfer. That's the other thing too. Where the hell's Silver Surfer and all this crap? I mean, like
Squirrel.
Hey, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I got a problem. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's you. Anyway.
Okay, cool.
No, I just, like I said, Namor is one of those characters I know people are waiting for, but I think we're going to see Beta Ray Bill first. I think we're going to see Silver Surfer first. I mean, what is the next biggest thing? Galactus, right? That's the next biggest thing. You got a problem there, Sporks?
Oh, you're still talking. I'm sorry.
It's part of the game, damn it.
All I know is Thomas is winning right now.
You're making me fall asleep.
Definitely not winning.
1 minute.
So X-Men. I don't think we're gonna get full. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna get full on X-Men. We're gonna get hints of it. You know what I'd really like to see is
Orbs.
Who wouldn't like to see Wolverine and the Hulk duke it out, right? Are you kidding me? Where's my Wolverine Hulk movie? This is horse shit. I want that movie. We've been waiting for it for God knows how long. Make it happen, Marvel. I'm getting tired of this crap. We got to deal with a Spider-Man 3 times. I have an idea. Why don't you come out with like a different character every movie and then bring it all together in one thing at the end with like an Avengers or something cool like that? That's what I want to see, man. I don't care about Namor right now. We can deal with Namor in the future. I want to see the Silver Surfer. I want to see Beta Ray Bill, and I want more damn Hulk and Wolverine. And I don't know who they're gonna get for Wolverine, but he better be damn good.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, probably because he's like the only guy who can pull it off.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. Just calculating your points. We got a super sticker right here. That super sticker is
a unicorn.
It's a unicorn. It's a unicorn with rainbow hair. That's beautiful.
Oh.
That's beautiful.
That was for the last speaker.
Mm,
that was for the last speaker.
Great. Great.
Sorry, you guys were falling asleep. I wanted to make sure you didn't fall asleep.
Now, remember, guys, while people are talking, you can quip a little bit here and there, but make sure you let them keep going because we try to do this in as little amount of time as possible.
Right.
Really
yeah, buttholes.
Okay.
Focus.
Respect.
Yeah, Orange Hat, you missed craziness. That's what you missed. Okay, so, Sporking, Scott, you ready? 4 minutes on the board. Do you remember?
Yes.
Do you remember what the question?
I am ready.
Do you remember what the question is?
I believe so.
Okay, cool. Your time starts now.
Thank you, Chris Knight, the Real Review 3000. So I guess the question was about Namor being in Phase 4. I don't know what the hell I kind of got what my boy Gilkman was talking about, but Ords, no clue what it was embarrassing for everyone. But I believe that they have an opportunity to bring Namor in, maybe with the unknown beer bug that we can't speak about. They might have to revamp what their plans were. But I believe that, they will bring him in maybe at the end of phase 4, beginning of phase 5. Namor, was first spotted at the very end of, I want to say it was the Incredible Hulk.
Wrong.
They showed a map, or was that Incredible Hulk or Iron Man 2? They showed a map where Atlantis was. Now, I know that Ords Momoa plays Aquaman in DC, and everybody thinks, oh, look at me, I'm Ords Momoa. Yay, look at my great locks. But I want Namor, the original, the king of the 7 seas, one of the most badass original superheroes there was. He didn't just talk to fish, he could kick the shit out of you. And yes, I think he should be represented by someone who is Asian. There's that guy from Crazy Sexy Asian Cool, Crazy Asian Sexy something. There might be some Sexy Asian movie it was called. I don't remember exactly.
I think that's
but he's a good looking dude. He could pull it.
Called the Asian Persuasion. Right.
2 Asians and a spork. I know that movie. And it was a good one. Very short, like a minute long, but still, you got to give a guy props. So yes, they have dropped the ball many times. We haven't seen, there was 2, super villains from, Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk movie we haven't seen. They've name dropped other superheroes. And Thomas, being very astute, was right about in the first Iron Man movie, in a deleted scene, they did talk about mutants. I think mutants will make, their entrance, maybe because of the snap and all the gamma. We might find out that mutants have always been there. We might find out that mutants were created in the snap moment. They might be from an alternate realm because of the Doctor Strange movie. So I know they want to bring maybe the Fantastic Four in and just have Mr. Fantastico, Mr. Plastico,
Reed.
And Mr.
Reed.
Yeah, I know Reed Richards. But what's her name? Sue Richards. They want to have Sue Richards in there. Whatever. The Fantastic Four have not gotten their day, so I'm excited to see what they could do with that. But I think, out of respect for Marvel Comics, you need to bring in one of these older, like Ant-Man. You need to bring in an older superhero from the golden age of comic books and give him the respect he deserves. And everyone cries for diversity. I mean, who else can, be an Asian looking guy who can breathe underwater? I mean, how diverse can you be, right? And it also, like in Guardians of the Galaxy, it opens up a whole new world we have not seen yet. The underwater world, which could be amazing and huge, like kind of what Guardians did for us, where we didn't know anything about the cosmic level. And then it opened up a wonderful world. I think Namor could do that for the oceans. Also, he won't look like Ords. And, that much hair is dangerous. You could choke on it in your sleep. It could wrap around your neck like a noose. It's scary.
Are you trying to say you're going to kill me with my own hair?
What?
No, you would kill yourself.
Oh. Okay.
It'd be an accident, Ords. I wasn't saying go do something. Jeez.
Now, is it, correct me if I'm wrong. My mind's a little
You're
hazy.
wrong.
Okay. Apocalypse was the first mutant?
He's considered the first mutant ever. Yes.
Okay. And now we got with the Eternals coming out. Don't they have ties to the mutants as well?
No, they may have created mutants, but they're more of the they were created by the Eternals. Or I'm sorry, not the Eternals, the what do you call those guys?
Celestials?
The Celestials.
Right.
Yeah. So they may have created the first mutant, but we don't know yet. They might have created man, mutant, and other beings like they did in the comic books, but we'll find out.
Like 3 different races or some shit.
Yes, exactly. Good job, Ords.
Now he knows something. Okay. All right. So up next, Han, are you ready, Han?
No, but I'll go anyway.
Very good.
Get it
It's
on.
time.
Yeah.
It's 4 minutes. 4 minutes on the board. Would you like to use your mulligan?
No, because there's still 5 minutes on the board.
You know better. That's right. Okay, good.
Yes.
I was only a chump on the first time I was on this show.
Yeah, use my mulligan. 5 minutes. Oh, damn it. Okay.
Oh, no, damn. It's 3 minutes. Let me use my mulligan. Oh, next one's 5 minutes. Ah!
All right.
Man,
Your time starts now.
I want to premise this, but I'm not a comic person or a comic movie person, and I got these questions like an hour and a half ago. So I just Googled Namor, and
Cop out.
I would say that no, I don't think you'll see Namor anytime soon because Aquaman. I think it's too close to the Aquaman movie. They don't want to be seen as a copycat. That's because you guys underwater kicking fish or whatever y'all were saying he can do. I just don't see him doing that so close to their blockbuster hit, Aquaman. But Ords rambled, or you all accused him of rambling. And the funniest thing I've heard on the show so far is, why are you still talking? And Ords is like, that's literally the premise of the show. But anyway, Ords
thank you.
I'm going to say, hold my beer. If you thought Ords went on a tangent, y'all hold my beer. Y'all hold my beer and watch this.
Get him.
Picture this, Spork. This is your question, so picture this.
I'm with you, brother.
Namor comes out in Phase 15. It's a redheaded It's a redheaded Jewish girl that's scared of the water. So she delivers pizza for Papa.
I gotta mute. Hold on.
She delivers pizza for Papa John's. She does still have superpowers now. Don't get me wrong. She still has superpowers.
Okay.
She takes the being able to breathe underwater and morphs it into, she always has extra packages of Parmesan and crushed red pepper when she delivers your pizza. She's never out. She's never low.
That's delicious.
If you say, hit me with the parm, she's like, there you go. You want 5 more? There you go. But this is where it takes a turn. Okay. That was just the beginning. This is where it takes a turn. She has a love child with the Silver Surfer, because we all know the Silver Surfer loves nothing more than pizza. So obviously, eventually, they're going to cross paths with each other. It's inevitable. They have a love child with each other, who's transgender. We don't know their actual gender, but takes on the powers of the mother and the father, and becomes the fastest delivery person that Papa John's has ever seen. Rides a silver surfboard. And also has unlimited crushed red pepper and Parmesan cheese packets. And if you really get on her good, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have used a pronoun. If you really get
what
on
pronoun are you using?
If you really get on their good side, can also get you garlic butter cups with no extra charge.
Whoa!
If that's not a super, okay, you can breathe underwater. I got extra garlic butter cups, and guess what? They didn't charge you $1 for them.
Wow!
If you can't get behind that. That is a true superhero. I could, Aquaman. Oh, you freaking swim. Okay. Oh, Namor, you swim. We don't want that. We've already seen Aquaman. So I say Phase 15, redheaded Jewish girl, Papa John's delivery person, scared of the water. Love child with a Silver Surfer, makes a transgender fastest pizza delivery person ever. And there could be a cameo of, I don't know, take any character you want, because there's apparently a lot of them, according to what you all say. Yeah. And there's many cameos in that movie. You have nothing but ripe fodder for cameos, because there I go screwing up again. They deliver pizza, and it's like random characters that order pizza. It's like, oh, Wolverine got a pizza. Oh, you didn't cut my pizza? That's cool. I'll cut it. Fuck y'all. I'll cut it myself. Come on. Who couldn't get behind that? And I actually just did 4 minutes. I did 4 minutes.
And I gotta be honest, guys. Like, if you're gonna get your pizza delivered, I'd be okay if it was on a silver surfboard.
I am floored. No, wait, though. I have to ask you an honest question here, Han.
Okay.
You are predicting Phase 15 that's going to happen.
Oh, they'll drag this thing out till it's
no. You're Phase 15. You're guaranteeing this, right?
I may or may not have some inside information that I just told myself.
My mind is blown. My
Hey,
mind.
Han,
blown.
I thought of her. Han, I thought of her biggest foe, Pizza the Hut.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get Sith. You hanging in there, JJ?
Yeah, I was thoroughly entertained, man.
That was very nice. That was
Damn
great.
That was
there's a
amazing.
time limit.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, off the top of your head, man, awesome.
I'm just
Oh,
saying we
wow.
got to wait so long for it.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, though, you probably got 0 points for that. Anyways,
I don't care.
Oh,
so
no, he won that round.
He won the game.
Question today. The second question. Will traditional Star Wars fans continue to support shows like The Mandalorian and The Clone Wars on Disney Plus if they continue to have decent plots, characters, and writing? You guys got that?
Sure.
Nope.
Nope. All right.
One
will
more time.
traditional Star Wars fans
Traditional?
continue-
Yes, sir.
I mean, real. Let's just use the word
Okay.
real Star Wars fans. Continue to support shows like The Mandalorian and The Clone Wars on Disney Plus if they continue to have decent plots, characters, and writing. Okay, we're gonna remove that right now. We're gonna find out how much time you guys have to come up with very interesting ways to answer this question. And look at that! 5-minute time. Because it is the 5-minute time, we are going to take it off the board. Now we have 2 and 3 minutes. Thank you to JJ for taking the 1 minute off.
Because JJ's horrible. It didn't take the 5-minute off.
All right, so
It's only because I love you guys. You know that.
But
All right,
what he really means is
what he really means is go F yourself, right? Okay, so you got 5 minutes on the board. Up next to start this round is Ords. Ords, would you like to use that mythical, wonderful thing that we have called the mulligan?
well, Chris, I absolutely would, considering the fact that all we have is 2 and 3 minutes left. Go ahead and bring me down to 2 minutes on that mulligan, sir. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
Not a problem, sir. 2 minutes is on the board. Your time starts in about 5 minutes. No, okay. And right now.
Let's do it. Okay, so traditional Star Wars fans, will they continue? Here's my thing. I think that traditional Star Wars fans will pay attention to it. Do I think that they're going to support it as they supported Star Wars in the past? No, I don't think that. But I think they're going to pay attention to it just in case if something does hit or land or something that is very good for Star Wars comes about. Something that they can latch onto. I mean, Star Wars is one of those entities that, like, no matter what, you're going to check it out. Whether or not you've fallen off the bandwagon because you don't like Disney Star Wars, you're still going to pay attention to what's going on. I mean, you look at everybody in our community. I mean, even if people are sitting there, disliking Star Wars and being vocal about it, they're still paying attention to it. So what I think you're going to see is you're going to see people are the traditional Star Wars fans or the real Star Wars fans. They'll keep their ear open. They'll keep their eyes open, but I think they're going to move on to other things for a little while. We've got, with the whole Marvel stuff and the time that we haven't had a Marvel movie, I think people are kind of getting excited about that again. So I feel like people are going to move more towards that because I think with all the delays and everything that's happened, I'm kind of okay with the break that we've had with Marvel. It gets me a little more excited about things going forward. So I think traditional Star Wars fans will go look more for things like that, but they will still keep their ear to the ground on, Star Wars entities, check out these new properties that Star Wars coming out with. I know it seems like recently they've really started ramping up production on Star Wars content, writing it or putting it together. So yeah, I think traditional, again, to sum up what I'm saying is traditional fans will keep their ear to the ground, but I don't think they're going to support it. Clearly are not going to support it in the ways that they used to.
Interesting. Very good. Very good. Nice. All right. Your 2 minutes is up. JJ has written down your 4 points, probably. I'm not sure, but
thanks, Sith Lord. I appreciate it. It's very nice of you.
Up next, Scott. You got 5 minutes on the clock here now. Do you want to use
Mulligan?
Your mulligan? Mulligan. Okay. So what would you like
Yeah.
to make this time?
3 minutes.
Trace mementos. Here we go.
Because that knocks out 3 minutes for me, right? Is that the rule?
No.
How does Mulligan even work? I don't even know.
You can choose whatever amount of time you would like to talk between 1 to 5 minutes. So if you want to take it down to 3 minutes,
oh,
right
give
now,
me 2.
Give me 2. You want down to 2. Very good. 2 minutes is on the board. Your time
Star Wars
starts now.
Thank you, Chris Knight, the Real Review 3000. So this is what I feel about it. I heard Chris change the wording of this and say real Star Wars fans. So the way I look at it is, yes, real Star Wars fans that have been taking it from behind viciously for the last, 4 years will say, yes, sir. Can I have another? Bend over, say, no, don't use the lube. I don't even need you to spit on it. Just go to town, because they're so gaping and open. I'm sorry, I had to go that far. Star Wars fans, the true fans, the Raylos and all these people that I still consider part of the Raylos are true fans. They have issues. All right. And they love this IP so much that it's in their soul. And like a beaten dog, they'll keep coming back, hoping and praying that the master doesn't kick the shit out of him and maybe gives him a goddarn, milk bone. But the truth is, the Mandalorian wasn't that good. It was above average. For Disney Star Wars. That's not saying much, but because it was above average to us, it was amazing. But really, what did he do after the first episode until really like the last half of the season? Not much. Then they threw that little gimmick little bastard at us. So yes, if they give us a really good Kenobi show, I guess the Clone Wars was decent. People are forgiving of things they love, and all they really want is they don't care how they're treated. They just want a good plot. Me, on the other hand, I care what Kathleen Kennedy and all their little cronies has said about us and how they want to make it female and they don't want men anymore and they don't want 50-year-olds and we're just toxic. But you just keep going back to your Mandalorian and your Kenobi because they'll keep ramming it in your ass without any lube.
Such great words there.
Should have just went with 3. I could have kept going. I should have just stuck with 5.
Just like they're gonna do, just keep ramming it in and go like, come on, you
just keep ramming it. Exactly.
It sounded like Scott was explaining the company I work for.
Okay, well, with that, so there, Han, you got 5 minutes on this lovely clock right here. Would you like to change that with your wonderful mulligan?
I would like to, and you should rename it the 5-minute changer instead of the mulligan.
It shouldn't
I'll go down to 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Whoa, you guys are being nice. Not going down to the 1 minute. That's good. Good.
I ramble too much to go down to
yeah, that's true.
Minute.
Okay. 2 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
I think so. If they can put out something at least as palatable as The Mandalorian, I think people will watch and will pay attention. You're going to always have the hardcore people the true Star Wars fans, as Chris says it, that are not going to like anything that Disney Star Wars puts out, period. They're going to watch it because they want to make YouTube videos about it raising hell. So you can see 12 videos of that at least a day crying about it. I will agree with Scott that it did get very slow at the end. As a whole, I liked The Mandalorian. If they can keep putting out at least that quality of Disney Star Wars shows, I at least personally will watch them because I did enjoy The Mandalorian. And excuse me. And my son has a Disney Plus and he shares it with me, so I don't have to pay for it. So
great idea, right?
Yeah, well, he steals my Netflix. So anyway, this isn't live, right? Where Disney and Netflix will see this.
No.
Okay. So I would say,
they're watching you, sir.
At the same time, though, I see Disney eventually screwing it up and bending you over and giving it to you raw, as Scott was saying. It's like they have to purposely screw a good thing up for some reason. And I also agree with Scott that between the movies we've been getting, The Mandalorian was like a breath of fresh air, as something that was at least somewhat more good Star Wars, And I'm excited for The Mandalorian season 2. I hope it's a little bit faster paced than the season 1 was, because they did have kind of a lot of filler, it seemed like, towards the end. But I'm excited to see what happens. And eventually I want to see Mando spit roasting the child over a fire.
Scott would pay for that.
Yeah. And I may or may not have a child Build-A-Bear that is my wife's in my house.
You could spit roast that.
Or I could sell it. They're going right now for 2 to 3 times what they originally cost because you can't get one.
Oh, jeez.
I'm trying to decide if she would divorce me if I stole it and put it on eBay.
It'd be like the magic beans, but I sold it for $5.
Yeah.
All right. So, JJ, hanging in there?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thomas, are you still with us?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. So there's 5 minutes on the board, and as you've seen, everybody else has copped out and decided that they're going to chicken out and take their mulligan and put it down in time. Would you like to show everybody here what's going on with your full 5 minutes?
Did we chicken out or did we win?
You know what? I'm going to upstage all of these punks, and I'm going to
Here we
show them how
go.
to Shut up, Ords. And I'm going to show them how the Gilkman cometh with 5 minutes.
Boom!
What? That sounded dirty.
He
sounded dirty.
He had cometh all over our face.
Especially after all the raw dog.
He also, and he has a nipple.
Only for you, Sporking, and not for Steve.
And
thanks,
before Thomas, before you start, I'm just going to let Sporking, Scott, Han, you missed it. He said he would in season 2 he wants to see the Mandalorian spit roast Baby Yoda.
Oh my God, I love you, Han. I hope they eat him slowly too while he's still alive.
Okay, so Thomas, you ready? 5 minutes is on the board.
I'm ready to upstage these fools.
Awesome.
Hopefully.
Your time starts now.
Okay, cool. So the question is, do I think that the real Star Wars fans are going to still be in touch with everything? I say yes. Because here's a gold answer. Shit, Scott.
Just don't look at him. You got to look away from the screen.
He's done in his zone now.
All right. So I think that, yes, it will, because The Mandalorian was breathtaking. The Mandalorian was a breathtaking adventure. That nobody, I don't think, saw coming. Nobody saw Pedro Pascal taking on the role of the Mandalorian. I think they thought it was going to be somebody better, but I thought that Pedro Pascal was better. I loved Giancarlo Esposito as the main villain, Grand Moff, and I thought Nick Nolte and the other actors, Werner Herzog and whatnot, were pretty gosh darn good as well in their respective roles. Baby Yoda was adorable, and I'll fight anyone who disagrees with me. And I think people want to see more of Baby Yoda and want to see more of what happens, because this is going to spoilers. But at the end of because at the end of The Mandalorian season 1, the Grand Moff gets out of his ship, and you see, or it's the jetpack, one of the two, and you see the dark saber that hasn't been seen, that was last seen in the Clone Wars, and they want to see how it connects or how he got it, because the dark saber was pretty darn cool. They also, the ending of the Clone Wars final season prompted. God, y'all are impossible. Even when I
halfway through.
Come on, Thomas, finish.
Even if I don't look at the camera. Okay, gosh darn it. And so the Clone Wars was. And so the Clone Wars was incredible because of the fact that the final 4 episodes were just the best. And I think people want to see what comes in play. And I think, yes, Kathleen Kennedy and Johnson and whatnot, they left a stain on the Star Wars fans, no doubt. But what I loved about The Mandalorian is, and I discussed this with you, Chris, a few nights ago.
Meow.
I'll meow you, Ords, if you're not careful. Is that you had... okay, cool. Is present is that as I'm I could be wrong, but Dave Filoni and Favreau know Star Wars, and they were during the shooting of The Mandalorian. There were set pictures, and it showed Filoni, Favreau, and Lucas sitting together. Kathleen Kennedy was there, but she wasn't sitting with them. She was in the way back. So I do think that Kathleen Kennedy's time as in charge of Star Wars is starting to come to a fall, like the bridge, like Game of Thrones season 8, and I think Favreau and Filoni know what it takes to get the job done. Favreau, nobody knew who he was as a director till the first Iron Man or other films, but he blew away. I think he blew away everyone's expectations. Filoni knows Star Wars. The fact you look at the Clone Wars, you look at how Darth Maul was handled, you look at the way Order 66 happened. Heartbreaking, but beautiful. Okay, cool. You can burp all you want, Mr. Burper. Just cover your mouth. Gosh darn it. Be appropriate to your kids and to
Stay
Amber.
on track,
Thank
Thomas. Keep talking. Stay on track.
You're the one
30 seconds, Thomas. Come on, you can do it.
Shut up, Scott. And so I do think that people want to see what's coming next. I do think that people want to know what's going to be coming next, because we still have Jedi Fallen Order. I mean, we have the sequel to it, if there is a sequel. We still have the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, which I think is going to blow people away if it gets started. And I am done.
Well, he just showed you guys up.
Hey, look at me. I'm Thomas. I can talk for 5 minutes about Star Wars.
When does he start?
Yeah, Thomas, I'll give you a bonus point just for you went for the 5 minutes.
Damn it!
Thank you.
You see,
We should give Sporking an extra point because he actually helped. Didn't he help Thomas out at the beginning of all this?
What?
Spork
That
should
was
get an
on a
extra.
different question,
Okay.
but that's true. That is true.
I feel
You know what? I say you all lose a point because you're talking.
Ah, shit!
Oh no, these points mean everything.
Everybody goes back down to
me.
0.
Please do not do that.
Everybody goes down to 0 except for Thomas.
Oh no!
Ah, crap.
What did I didn't do anything.
There goes my
I didn't
wife.
take a sign.
Okay, Han can keep 4 points.
Oh, what an ass kisser he is!
You want to see an ass kisser? Watch more Disney.
He is bald and beautiful, though. He is bald and beautiful.
Okay, well, that's our second question. Let's go ahead and take a break real quick. We're gonna stop the share screen. We're gonna talk to all you, my great panelists tonight, and we're gonna learn about who they are, what they're about, all that fun stuff. So first off, to my opposite side, which is that way, that way. That is the Gilkman. Thomas Gilkey, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, what you're here for, what you're about, all that fun stuff.
Hey everyone, my name is the Gilkman. Gilkman, you can find me over at the Gilkman, and I'm here to kick everyone's asses, which apparently I'm doing because I took the 5 points. I mean, I took the 5-minute question. And I'm all about good quality videos, more so now than before. And you can find me. I do various fun things. I've been doing 2 premieres, which have been really successful, and you can find me over at my channel. Thank you.
Very good. Very good.
I'll give him that one. He's got some beautiful scenery. Y'all ought to go look at it.
Indeed. Go check out that new stuff that he's got going on. Up next is the man, the myth, the not so great legend person thingamajigger over there next to Thomas. Thomas's lesser half, Ords Bored.
Let me put this down. Hold on. Okay. How's it going, everybody?
You're not even going to get on camera for this?
Oh, crap. No, my camera's not plugged in right now.
Of course it isn't. Sure it isn't.
Sorry.
Wow, way to prepare for the Chris Knight, the Real Review 3000 show, you jerk.
Come on.
God damn it.
Right?
Hell,
All right. Tell everybody
Okay.
about yourself, what you're about, all that fun stuff.
Anyway, I can't. How can I go now? You guys, you jerks. Anyway,
You're welcome.
you ruined the mood.
Up next. it's
I hear
Scott.
that all the time.
anyway,
Thank you, Chris. Oh,
You guys can find me over at youtube.com/Ords Bored. That's right, guys, doing the latest and greatest in pop culture news and gaming streams. You can also find me on the Drunk 3PO channel where I do content from time to time. He'll tell you it's been weeks.
Really?
But yeah, it's been a while. I do content over there every once in a while. Basically, when he needs it, he says, hey, and I say, okay, cool. Yeah, I got you.
Do it now.
Yes, that exactly. Anyway, you guys can also find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, where I am, hanging out. So I am bored, and I would love your guys' company. Come check me out on my channels.
Great
That was
stuff
smooth,
recently
dude.
with some stuff about Labyrinth, a sequel. We got Fraggle Rock recently. He brought us some good stuff today on today's video. Check that all out, guys. Great videos over there.
Yeah, and real quick, I want to thank you guys.
Oh, here we go.
No, shut up. I just want to thank all you guys on the panel. Like this is my ideal panel, so this is really cool. So, Chris, thank you for putting this together. Thank you for having me, and cancel the Gilkman.
Oh, I think there's trouble in paradise. Up next, it's Scott from Sporking News Podcast. Scott, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, why you're better than Ords and all that good stuff.
Not needed to be said, but thank you very much, Chris Knight, the Real Review 3000. So yeah, my name is Scott from Sporking News Podcast. I have the best Phantom Menace card out there. Maybe not as great as the Gilkman's, but it's pretty damn good.
Look right above you. Just look above you. Look above you. There it is.
Yeah, that one's got to be stoned to love that one. I've been real sick and tired of doing the usual news. They hate us. News. They hate us. News. They ruined our fandom. So I went back to the Song of Ice and Fire book series, which is what Game of Thrones is based on, and I've been doing a lot of predictions for the Winds of Winter. I do a stream every Monday night with Stig Kenobi and according to Christy, and sometimes Jane from Jane's Theory, and maybe Gary from Nerdrotic. And we're doing our book club this week. So on Monday night at 7:15 p.m., the book club is on. Chapters 1 through 20 of A Game of Thrones. I don't even know if we'll make it that far because there's so much to learn about, but please come and join us. And please, I need 19 more people to get to 700 subs. Thank you.
Woo, that's great to hear. Awesome. So guys, if you are not sub to them, go sub to them now. Go sub to all these guys. All their links are down in the descriptions. Even HanStar's, even though he wasn't supposed to be here today, he's filling in.
But mostly Han. Sub to Han.
Yeah.
Gilkman.
All right, we got $2 super
and Chris.
chat. $2 super chat. Go Chaos Central from Orville Nation. Thank you very much, Mr. Orville Nation. I appreciate that, PJ, very much. And with that said, we're going to go on to our next wonderful panelist today. It is Han. Han, give everybody your spiel.
Everybody, I'm Han from HornStar. HanStar. That's a different. That's my other channel. It's
what type of star?
That's my channel on Chatterbait. I'm sorry.
I'm heading over to the sub right now.
I'm Han from HanStar. Mostly doing streams right now, but the weather's getting nicer and getting warmer. So I'll hopefully start doing some new kayak videos, getting the boats out on the water, and getting some good river footage, maybe a little fishing in with that. Not your typical Phantom Menace stuff, but I love the outdoors and love boating, kayaking. So right now I'm mostly doing live streams. I have my Thursday Bloody Mary brunch streams at 1 p.m. Eastern time on my channel, where you can see me drink Bloody Marys in the middle of the day because I'm off on Thursdays. And sometimes we talk about topics. Sometimes we don't. We may talk something historical one week, and the next week we may talk about nothing like we did today. So you can also find my Sunday streams. This Sunday will be Jackbox Game Night, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we play Jackbox games. So funny enough. Chris is there a lot. You'll see Sith there. You'll see Mandy Summers, sometimes Piper. A lot of good people in the chat on that stream. So come play some Jackbox games with us. Hang out in the chat. A lot of good people, good crowd from the Phantom Menace and from Comicsgate. So we can all intermingle with each other. Not in that way, Chris. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Well, I'm sorry. I was thinking of myself. Never mind.
And the Sundays I'm not doing Jackbox Game Night, you can find me at my channel, obviously. Name that tune. Chris Knight's the DJ. Seems like Chris Knight's on my channel a lot. Chris Knight's the Name That Tune DJ.
Channel a lot.
We we have a good time. We play the game, Name That Tune. Normally a 4-member panel. Chris plays songs without the lyrics, and they try to guess. We normally have a really good time. 9 p.m. Eastern.
I scored
on
4
Sundays.
points. I scored 4 whole points.
Yeah,
At least you didn't goose egg.
That's a lot of fun.
I think we should change the name of it to Name That Tune, just not country.
Yeah. And
Amen.
Yes.
you can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/HanStar. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at HanStar YT. Just add a YT at the end. And thank you for having me, Chris. I'm really wondering if you put much thought into it when you created this panel, because I'm not saying it's not a good panel. I'm just saying.
You're not saying it's not a good panel. You're just saying it's not a good panel.
Han, I'm
saying it's like herding cats is all I'm saying.
Han, I want to paint you.
All right. $2 from Orbital Nation again.
It has to be like a French girl.
Yes, of course.
That means in charcoal. Okay.
Yeah.
So Orbital Nation, $2 super chat. Sporking News Podcast rocks.
One of my best people out there. I love you, Words.
That means you have to give
that.
You do love me. You do love me.
Damn it. No one clipped that. PJ's the best.
Yeah,
all right.
No, for real.
Last but not least, our wonderful guest judger and point giver, plus the guy who graciously took away 1 minute from everybody on the panel.
And he's very
mad. I'm still mad.
JJ, give everybody your spiel.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy JJ. Most of the time, I'm just a mod. You can find me over on Mary Mayhem's channel. I'm a mod in her chat, just like my brother right here. He's a mod in her chat. And also, every once in a while, she's nice enough to let me on a stream or two. You can find me all over the place. You know, I'm here, of course. Sometimes Han will let me on, which I know I just probably permanently fixed that one. And
you had technical problems. I'm not going to hold that against you, but I may hold the 5-minute thing or 1 minute thing against you.
Well, just trust me, it's only a minute. It's not like it lasts very long. Anyway, and you can find me right here on Twitter at SithWard3827. Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet, sometimes I don't. It's a crapshoot. Come check it out.
All right, guys, that's our wonderful panel. We got three more topics to do. So let's go right back to the wheel of topics. And this one, Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, Val Kilmer, or Ben Affleck. Who was the best Batman and why? Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, Val Kilmer, and Ben Affleck. Of those, who was the best Batman and why? This is going to be how long you have to talk about it. The 3 minute is still up there, but if it gets picked, it's gone. But we get 2 minutes. So 2 minutes is going to be on the lovely board. So we're going to go down to 2 minutes. And up next, I believe it is. Oh, wait.
I think it's me.
Yeah, it's you. Scott.
Yeah,
Scott.
We kind of got shuffled around.
I had to. I messed it up. But okay. So up next is Scott. Scott, are you ready? 2 minutes is on the board. Are you ready?
All right.
All right. 2 minutes.
Yes.
Time starts now.
Thank you, Chris Knight, The Real Review 3000. That's a tough question. I don't, everyone's right now, Batfleck. Yes, he was all right. Those movies weren't that great, and I think he did a good job in them. Val Kilmer, I think he gets a little more disrespect than he deserves for crappy movie he was in. He did a decent job. My two I'm battling between is Keaton and Bale. If Bale just did Batman Begins, I think I would have chose him. But because he did the other two, it changed it a little bit for me. I don't think he plays a very good. I don't think any of them play a very good Bruce Wayne. They're all too gun-ho to not like jump out and kind of like show that they're physical people. Bale was maybe the only one that never pushed that button. He did play the role, buying the hotel with the girls, you know, he did well with that. Michael Keaton was doing great until he went up to Jack and was like, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts." That he shouldn't have done that. He should have just cowered, whimpered away. But he is the original. So if I have to pick one, I'm picking Keaton. He brought something to Batman that we didn't think could happen, a live action movie that the first one was serious in a way. You felt it was real. There were some stakes. And at its time, it might not have aged as well as we wished it did, but at the time, I mean, it was the best superhero movie out there. And it had Jack in it. And granted, it was a weird, you know, they rewrote the history a little bit, but it worked. And again, you had Jack, and it was Tim Burton. So I'm going to take Keaton as the best Batman with Bale close behind.
Michael Keaton. Very good. Great pick. All right. Up next is HanStar. HanStar, 2 minutes on the board. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Time starts now.
I'm going to echo Scott. Michael Keaton is my Batman, mostly because that was the first and only Batman movie I've ever watched. I have seen bits and pieces of the others, so it's not like I can't compare the others, but I have seen bits and pieces of the others. I like Michael Keaton. He's my Batman. You know, people that see characters kind of for the first time, it's like they kind of get locked in. In my mind, anyway, I kind of get locked in on my character. So to me, it's Michael Keaton. I thought he played it well. Jack Nicholson and him, I think, were a good combination to have in that movie. And I think he played the part well. I think, honestly, I mean, I know there's, you know, like he was talking about Ben Affleck, whoever. Not to say they all didn't put on good performances. Just personally, in my mind, that's my Batman. It's kind of a nostalgia thing, I guess. You know, it's kind of like that's who popped my Batman cherry, since we've already been talking about getting raw dogged and other horrible things. So that's just my Batman. And honestly, I would like to see Michael Keaton give it a go again. I know that would be, a lot of people would be against that. Oh, we've already had these other Batmans, and we've had Ben Affleck, and we've had all these other people. I'd like to actually see Michael Keaton come back and pull it off again, because honestly, I thought he did a good job. And to me, he fit the character well. He was Bruce Wayne smooth, but batty enough to be Batman. He had enough bat in him. I don't know that that's actual a descriptive term, because I just made it up. But I think a lot to do with that in the movie too is the combination of Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. They made a good pair to play off each other. So I'm going to echo Spork and say Michael Keaton.
Awesome.
Nostalgia, very good.
I go for Keaton too. That's good. That's awesome. Up next, the Gilkman cometh. Gilkman, are you ready?
Yes, are you ready?
Yeah, I am. 2 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
Okay, so for me, I think it's Keaton. The fact that they pay homage to Keaton in so many aspects of entertainment, where you have Batman animated series. If it wasn't for Keaton's Batman, we would have probably never gotten Batman animated series. The music.
Oh, I forgot about animated series. Sorry, go ahead, Thomas.
No worries. The music is, they got the music from Batman animated from 1989 Batman. To me, Keaton, he portrays a smug, but yet he portrays a smug, but like a person, but a person who, like, I feel like he knows it all in terms of Bruce Wayne. Batman, the fact that they were able to pair him up with Jack Nicholson, I couldn't think of a better pairing. I think that Heath Ledger was great, but to me, there is no better person who captured the Joker the way he was supposed to be captured in the from like Jack Nicholson did. I know Jeremy is going to hate this answer if he ever watches it, because he worships Heath Ledger or whatever. And let's see. Okay, cool. 37 seconds left. And to me, it's Keaton. There's everything about Keaton's performance transcends time. He was even they even in the Arrowverse, they even had a reference to Keaton's Batman era. I think Alexander Knox. So Keaton, for me, is the man, the myth, the legend, and he is the Batman.
Way to end it.
Thank
Way
you.
to end it. That was emotionally beautiful.
Can I add something to that, Chris? You're muted.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
It's slightly off topic, but since all of us so far have been saying that Keaton and Nicholson have made a good pair, I think the reason that Nicholson was, to me, the better Joker, although I did like Heath Ledger and stuff, is the Joker is the Joker. He's supposed to be silly and a maniac at the same time.
Well,
And to me, Nicholson pulled that off better.
Nicholson pulled off the perfect Cesar Romero mixed with a psychotic killer.
Exactly.
He didn't go over the top, but he went right to the edge, and he hit it just perfectly.
Too many. Basically, all of the other Jokers have done all psychopath, no silly.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
I mean, Ledger, in a psychotic and violent way, did funny, but not the way that we grew up with the Joker, like Cesar Romero.
Right.
To me, Nicholson reminds me more of the old Batman TV show Joker.
Yeah. A little more.
I think he played off that a lot.
Yep. All right, Ords, you ready?
Sure.
2 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
Well, first of all, because we're talking about the Joker, let's start there, because I feel like when it comes to the Joker and who is the best Batman, there are factors in there. Now, you talk about how Michael Keaton, they got along. Here's the thing. Now, just because that is the Joker that, we originally intended, or was more like the comic books, I would say, or the earlier comic books of the Joker, the gangster, goofy guy who had the thugs, and the Heath Ledger Joker, really kind of a cross between like the Riddler and the Joker, in a sense, with like the psychological aspect Joker, just an evolution of the character. So it's interesting that you guys bring up the Joker thing, because you look at the Killing Joke, the relationship between Batman and Joker. Batman he approaches Joker differently than any other bad guy. So for my pick, I would have to say it is the Christian Bale and the help me out here. God, I'm having a brain fart. Michael Keaton, sorry.
Heath Ledger.
They're No, those two Batmans are even, because they're to me they're dead even. You look at the way they play Bruce Wayne, and it kind of brings me back to that scene with Christian Bale where he's having that party before the Joker breaks in. He's doing the whole Bruce Wayne thing, and that actually reminds me a lot of the Michael Keaton Batman. They're so similar, and I feel like that Christian Bale really took a note from Michael Keaton in those original movies, and really played that part. I mean, they're so similar. If you really look at the scenes, like they switch it on and off.
Shut up.
Crap.
No, Ords, you know what? You got a valid point, Ords, because the part where Bale in the first movie, I totally blanked until you just started bringing that up. When he pretends to be drunk and tell off everybody, like, get out of here, you freeloader. That was a great Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
He played off, I'm drunk, I don't give a crap about anyone. So I'm with you, man. Like I picked Keaton over Bale, but Bale was really good. And then on what Han said, though, Han said something I would like to see. Bring Keaton back in Batman Beyond.
Yes.
And have him as the old grizzled Batman training the new generation. That would be dope.
I just did something in my pants.
This one. They should have done that with.
Bruce. I mean, Wayne,
Keaton almost could look like him.
Yes.
Bruce Wayne never had any kids, right?
No.
So,
well,
okay, wait, rephrase that. Yes.
Damon.
Yeah.
Damian Wayne.
Depends on which. Yeah, Damian Wayne. But
In
that
the
was
movies,
kind of
no.
like him and Raj Al Ghul's daughter. Yeah, not
Well,
in the movies though.
well, if you want to ignore that part because it's the movies, then he's getting up there in age, so he takes an orphan, possibly like he was an orphan, under his wing, and
Batman
teaches him to be the new Batman.
Yep. All right.
Or her. They would probably do a her.
Fourth question today. Will The Last of Us 2 with the Last of Us 2 leaks? Will The Last of Us 2? I can't talk today. Will The Last of Us 2 leaks spark a change in writing for the industry? Many fans are livid about how the game portrays Christians and the main character, and say it went way too woke. What do you guys say about that? You guys got that? Will it spark writing changes in the video game scripting industry? So, time. 2 minutes again. And the next person up now is HanStar. HanStar is up first. Your 2 minutes is going to be on the board. Your time starts now.
I have no idea what this question's even talking about. I mean, I get the gist of it. I get the gist of it, but I'm not a gamer, but I get the gist of the question. I would say that it's not going to change anything because right now it's a woke society as far as like Hollywood and companies, big companies. And the way to counteract that is go independent, like the comic book crowd's doing. You know, vote with your wallet. Obviously, they don't like the agenda of a lot of the country, and not to get into politics and all that stuff because this isn't that kind of show or channel, but most of the country is not on board with that stuff. If you really get down to brass tacks, it's the people that speak the loudest that you hear, and a lot of the people aren't speaking that loud that are against that stuff. So vote with your wallet, and that way you still don't have to raise hell and protest and do all this stupid stuff. Go independent, because I don't see anytime soon, unless the go broke thing really hits home, they're not going to change. Now you're still going to have a few of the more major video game companies that are going to buck the system, so to speak, because I mean, game programmers, computer people in general are kind of out there on the cutting edge anyway, I think, and have always been kind of black sheep and have kind of done their own thing. So I could see them bucking it a little bit, but on a major scale, I don't think so, because at the end of the day, they need these big companies to fund these games. So go independent, vote with your wallet, and as far as the question goes, I don't think anytime soon you'll see any changes, because that's just the way movies and everything is right now. So I would say no, and I'm not a gamer, but just going by the woke thing.
All right, up next, Thomas. Thomas, you got 2 minutes on the board. Would you like to use your mulligan and bring that down to 1 minute, or you want to wait and see if we get the 3 minute one?
Can I do the mulligan?
Sure can. You want to bring it down to 1 minute, or you want to take it up to 5 minutes?
Can I do one?
Yes, you can. 1 minute's on the board. I'm going to put down that you're using your mulligan, and your time starts now.
All right. So I think I think the way that the video game companies, that specifically Sony and Microsoft, handled this whole thing, I think it's going to go. I think people should be like HanStar said, buying the independent games, because the way that Sony Naughty Dog handled this was atrocious. When you have big name studios, big name YouTubers, Angry Joe, Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy from the Quartering, and so on and so forth, covering it, you know it's gotta be bad. And Naughty Dog used to be good, but to me, they shit the brick, and there.
So it's not going to change.
Nice.
No.
Okay. Cool. All right. Up next, Mr. Ords Bored.
Yes. Hey, real quick, can you just go ahead and read that to me one more time, just so I understand and make sure I get this clearly, because I don't want to
way to pay attention.
I don't want to ramble on like Sporking says I do.
Okay. So, The Last of Us 2, will the way that it was written, the story, the way it treated the character, the way that it might offend Christians, the fact that it might have gone too woke, will that spark an industry change in the way that these video games are handled?
Okay, I think I'm ready.
2 minutes is on the board. Your time starts now.
Okay, so I don't really know much about like the leaks itself, just what's going on with Naughty Dog and you know, these friends of mine's channels and whatnot. Yeah, so I don't really know the details exactly about the leaks. Nor do I care, because it's not really my game that I play. But here's the thing: if it's offensive to Christians, well, that's unfortunately that's your problem. There are going to be people who like this game, and there are going to be people who hate this game. Everybody has a right to their opinion, whether you like something or whether you don't like something. Opinions aren't right or wrong; they just exist. So yeah, things have changed so much. I remember like when I was a kid playing video games, when you put a game in, you got the same experience every single time when you played that video game. Now through updates, it's different. You know, every time you buy a game, there's an update right away because something's changed. So the industry has completely changed. And with this whole woke narrative, it's clear that the people who support the woke narrative are the people who don't support the properties that are woke. They shout and shout and shout until no one listens, and then they shout some more. No, I don't know. I guess I don't really understand the question, but here's the thing: if we allow these things,
sounds like
well, if we don't push back, if we don't push back, if we don't help change their narrative or their viewpoints on it, if we don't give our opinion, then yeah, it changes completely to something we don't want. This is why I appreciate these channels that are fighting back against Naughty Dog and doing everything they can in the legal way to do it, to keep things sound. I don't know. There you go. I could. That should have been the 5-minute one right there.
Ah,
yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
really had a lot to say.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so that is that one right there. JJ,
I can't tell if you're being serious, Scott.
JJ, you hanging in there?
Oh yeah, I'm just chilling out, listening, paying attention, pointing the way I see fit. You know.
Okay. So everybody's still around what, 2 points?
No.
Okay, so 1 point. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I blow you guys away. I didn't answer the question.
I got the point totals whenever you're ready.
Okay, well, we got one more question left. We're going to spin and see who starts this round.
I didn't even answer that question.
Lightning round.
Oh, I got gypped.
Okay,
I got gypped.
Fine. I thought you did. See, you're supposed to keep me on.
No, I should just get the total points.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
People got all shuffled.
Scott,
go.
Go now.
No, all I was going to say is I agree with everyone. Thank you, The Real Review 3000, Chris Knight. So listen, Naughty Dog is just another cog in the system that keeps doing what they're doing. You know, people were just reviewing what they saw in the leaks. They weren't even showing things. And these people got copyright strikes. That takes YouTube, that takes Naughty Dog, that takes a third partner. And it was being allowed to happen until we rose up, we said something, and we brought the light to it, which you have to do in all aspects of life. You can't allow these people to treat us the way they think they can, because they will keep doing it. And the only way to do that is to be vocal with, you know, a discord in a way, be willing to speak your mind and not scared to do that, because that is our God-given right if you're an American. And second, hit them in the wallet, because I'll tell you right now, the top dogs in these companies, that's what they care about, is the bottom line. They don't care about the agenda. They don't care about the storyline. If it sells, that's what they care about. And if you talk junk on Naughty Dog, but then go buy this product, you're helping them. You're helping them keep treating us as the enemy when we're the consumer. That's what they all do. They all treat us like the enemy because they want a new brand of people watching their movies and shows that they're not even reaching, because those people don't watch these types of movies and shows. Usually there's people of all types that love it, but they focus their hate on us. So what we need to do is keep being vocal, keep standing up for ourselves. Don't take it raw dog in the back, and make sure you hit them where it hurts the most. Do not give them money. That goes for Naughty Dog. That goes for Disney. That goes for anyone who speaks out against you and your philosophies, your morals, and your life. God bless America.
America.
Beautiful.
America.
America.
All right. So since I was so stupid as to block
Victory
your
vape.
time, but
You know it, brother.
so we're gonna spin this again here. All right.
Oh yeah, more comic book talk. Let's do
Comic
this.
books seem to be mistakenly called visual
Oh.
novels. What makes
Something-
a comic
something
a
I can-
comic and visual novels visual novels?
Something I can talk about without rambling and making shit up.
Comic books and visual novels. What's the difference in what makes one and the other, basically? Time on the board, or time on
Thank
the...
God Ords goes before me.
Oh
He's
shit!
going to steal everything you said.
No,
2
I
minutes
won't.
is on the board.
Pretty
again.
much.
2 minutes is on the board. And we also have to find out who's going first. It is HanStar. HanStar is
shit.
going first.
I'm with you, Sky. Woof.
HanStar,
I know, right?
you're first. 2 minutes is on the board. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Time starts now.
Finally, one I kind of know about. Like I said, I kind of straddle between Comicsgate and the Fandom Menace. So I actually have had this conversation with several of my friends on the Comicsgate side, and their opinion, and I tend to agree, and these are people that actually are putting books out, is comic books are the thinner, old school, light newsprint kind of books, that the artwork isn't necessarily that. I mean, it's all right, but it's not spectacular. Graphic novels are what the people that are putting books out, they're putting quality books out with better, cleaner, better colored artwork, more quality bindings in a book form, heavier paper, more quality paper and products. And this isn't a comic example, but the books are mostly like this. This is actually a coloring book. This is a Passion for Drawings coloring book. But I mean, it's bound with a nice weighty cover. It has nice quality weighty paper pages. They're not thin newspaper print pages. And even though this is a coloring book, I mean, it has very well done and very clean and very well black and white colored anyway images, and it's thick, it's multiple pages. I mean, most old school comic books that I remember, comic books, because I'm not a modern comic book person, they're thin, they're flimsy, they're throwaway, basically. I know people collect them, but the way they're originally made is like a daily newspaper. They're thin, they're cheap, they're throwaway. These are an investment that you keep in your library, and just better quality, more pages, better quality everything, better quality covers, better quality paper, better quality animation. Well, not animation, drawing in the book. To me, that's what differentiates graphic novels from comic books.
Okay. I have a question for you. I need a clarification on something. So a graphic novel is better quality?
And normally longer.
All right. Very good. 2 minutes is on the board. Thomas, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Your time starts
All right.
now.
Okay. So, to me, graphic novels, they tell a much longer story than a comic book would. And I'm just shooting at the breeze because I don't have a good knowledge with graphic novels or comic books. But to me, comic books have like little speech bubbles, and like Killing Joke might be an example of a graphic novel or a serious Arkham Asylum, A Serious House, and A Serious Earth. But I do shit. I think that comic books are a lot shorter than graphic novels, hence the term novels. Like if you see novels, you're thinking maybe like 10, 20, 30 pages. And I feel like comic books or I feel like comic books are a little bit more better made, but that's just my opinion, even though I don't have any knowledge of it. And fuck.
All right, man.
Graphic novels are they're graphic, like blood and guts and intestines and brains blowing. I'm looking like a real simp here, but that's okay.
Now I'm gonna have nightmares. Thanks.
You're doing better than I think I will.
Or I'll text you a picture of something graphic. Don't worry.
Oh my god.
Oh snap!
Wow. Hello.
If you didn't understand what he was talking about his peen.
And I'm done. Wait, now I'm done. Okay.
Yeah, done now. All right.
Can I add something, Chris?
Sure can. Go right ahead.
I understand what Thomas is saying, and I don't remember the exact page count, but part of it is also page count because comic books were more about selling as many as they could. A lot of graphic novel projects may be just one book. So
damn it, you just took what I was going to say. Shut up.
I'm sorry. Never mind. I take it back. I take everything back. I should have never been here.
Take it all back.
Chris, I know what Thomas was saying, and I agree with Thomas is saying.
Me too.
He stumbled a little bit he stumbled a little bit getting his point across, but I think he did get his point across. And I'll just echo that.
Spoken.
You got it, Thomas.
Oh, thank you. Don't tell my man HanStar to shut up. You shut up.
Look, it's a nipple and it talks to me.
Put the lotion on the skin, or else he gets the hose again.
Okay.
All right, up next is Ords.
I'm sorry to steal your answer, Scott.
Ords, you got 2 minutes on the board. You ready?
Yeah. Shut up,
Okay.
Scott.
Now.
First of all, I want to start by saying, shut up, Scott. No, so the difference, yes, to the above points, yes, they're typically longer, better quality, maybe a little more attention to detail. However, some of these terms I feel like are generic, blur the lines. Comic books, I mean, comic books in itself is kind of a generic term. I mean, you have trades, which are anywhere from I think like 4 to 5 issues in one book, which you can consider technically a graphic novel because novels can have sequels as well. So there's that aspect of it. Generic terms again. I mean, like you call them trades, you could call them graphic novels. But to the Gilkman's point, he had a very nice example, Gilkman, with the killing joke.
Thank you, honey.
Oh God. Anyway,
Oh yeah, smack that.
Yeah. So very, very good reference there. Perfect example. I feel like that story, way more attention to detail with that story. The artwork in it's a little more, cared for, I think. Whereas like, yeah, you're right. Comic books were meant to be kind of like a newspaper kind of throwaway, which is what makes some of these really early comic books, i.e., first appearance of Batman, and terrible condition worth, thousands of dollars. Yeah, huge money. I mean, like 4 pages of a book, the 4 pages of the first appearance of Batman. I mean, you're looking at some good money right there. Hashtag raw dogging it. Yes, absolutely. Exactly, HanStar. So yeah, no, there's definitely very much a difference, length, quality. I love to collect comic books. Trades are fun because once I collect the comic books, I can put them away in my collection, get the trade, still enjoy the story without, having to touch my comic books a second time. So yeah, trades and graphic novels are, I think, great.
Cool. How much does the Debbie Does Dallas comic book go for these days?
Yeah, I'm not eBay.
Depends on if the pages stick together or not.
All right, 2
Yes.
minutes is on the board.
Yes.
Scott, you ready? You're gonna have the final word on
All
this.
right.
One. The final
Let's do
word
it.
is now. 2 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
Thank you, Chris Knight, the Real Review 3000.
It only gives you like 5 seconds.
What I've always, I know, but it gives me 5 seconds. What I've always wondered, always thought about was a comic is what these guys have been saying. Comics are usually not as complex as a graphic novel. I wouldn't say the quality is worse in the drawing, but it is not as finely defined as with the paper, with the bindings, as HanStar was saying. But you could look at something like The Walking Dead, and some people will think of that as a graphic novel. But to me, that came out every month, and it was a long story. That is a comic book. Graphic novels are usually short, almost mini series, 2, maybe 3 episodes long. That is like the actual term of a graphic novel. They're supposed to be these short but long volumed books,
kind of like the
short appearances,
kind of like the Dark Knight stuff.
Exactly. So you want to have something that is more complex of a storyline too. More the real reason they did graphic novels is because it was a more adult comic book. They wanted to give it more class in a way. So they decided to, make these graphic novels. It's not yet a book, but it's still in the comic book genre. So they called it a graphic novel. And that's what it is. It's a complex storyline. It is usually maybe 2, even some of them are one-offs, but 3 tops, issues long, where a comic book can tell the same storyline over, years to get done what they want to do. So that is the difference. The storylines keep going. Comic books, if you have 2 graphic novels in the same thing, they're going to be connected together. A comic book can be different every single issue. So there you go.
So in other words, you have absolutely no clue what really the difference is.
I looked it up on Google. Thank you.
Oh,
I already added. Can I add again, Chris?
Yes, you can.
Please do. Now that I'm done.
I would say, at least on the independent side, the people that I know and back campaigns on the independent side, it's much more art driven.
Yes.
Than a lot of the so-called mainstream comic books. They're much more art driven.
Right. But the original graphic novels, when they formed the idea of a graphic novel, it was for a more adult, complex, longer storyline with better artwork, better paper, and a binded book. That's what a graphic novel was meant to be.
Gotcha. So not you. Gotcha.
Dope.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, guys.
Scott.
So we got one more thing to do. We got to figure out who won today. The points that don't matter. The man who figured these points out is right below me, right here, Mr. JJ or Sith Lord. JJ, come on back and let's talk about points real quick. It's been a long, arduous process. You've had to hear a lot of big hot air windbags on this show today. So, what points
you chose the panel? You chose the panel, Chris. That's all I can say.
That's true.
Okay.
I'm the biggest windbag of them all. I never said anything otherwise.
With the biggest ego.
I'm going to go ahead and just start right now. I took points and I gave points. So I'm going to start with the gentleman right beside me, Han. You've got 20 points.
Whoa, good job, Han.
Not really, because I had to take points because, for one, with the Namor topic, he forgot the fucking breadsticks. Okay, and then
I respect your decision on that.
And sorry for the F-bomb, but I'm sorry. Breadsticks are important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and he used pronoun.
I respect your decision on that. That breadsticks are life.
And second of all, I had to take points because you're not a gamer.
I'm not an MCU person or a gamer, so I'm still trying to figure why Chris asked me to be on this stream at the last minute.
I needed somebody, and you're good.
You're the man. You stepped up and you pulled it off. I'm proud of
you. Chris is like, who's a good bullshitter that's more than likely available? HanStar.
Okay. And then next to him, Scott, you got 45 points.
Yes, sir.
45 points. Wow.
Whoa.
Screw you, Scott.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. And I took some points from you too, but they don't matter.
Thank you, sir.
Ords.
Yes.
You got 50 points.
Oh, what's up, now, Sporking?
This is rigged. Rigged. I'm leaving.
You know, I took points from you also, but then again, you know, hey, what do you expect?
He talked about the Joker the whole entire Batman one.
No, I
That's all
didn't.
he
I was
talked about.
talking about the relationship.
Both of you guys.
I was just saying the Joker is a defining
room.
Still a
character.
great man, though.
Thank you for being so keen on that, Scott, because that's why I took points from him.
No, but look, I'm talking about the relationship. Just listen for 2 seconds.
Well, okay.
Okay,
Look,
but
No one wants to hear you. Gilkman has to go.
Joker. Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. All right.
I hate all of you.
Well, you got 50 points.
yeah,
Okay.
come on, Ords, what do you want? Han got 20. What the hell you want?
That's
I'm
true.
so
All right.
angry.
Good. All
All
right.
right, what is the Gilkman?
And Thomas, the Gilkman.
Mhm.
I swore I'd never say
Yes,
that,
sir.
but you got 70 points.
70 points.
Holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ, 70.
But
Yes,
wait.
hashtag sports. Yes.
And the reason why is because exactly he called it out in the beginning. He didn't punk out. He didn't use his mulligan to take 5 minutes off.
Woo.
God
All right.
bless him. He's a man
Thank
among
you,
men.
JJ.
But
Bless
wait,
you.
there's more. I'm adding yet
Oh.
another thing into this. It is now the speed round. Our top 2 people.
Oh,
that would be
yes.
Ords and
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Thomas. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
so Han
Thank
and
you,
Scott.
thank you.
Han and Scott, you guys get to spend some time, quality time in the back room.
Kick his ass, Thomas. Kick his ass.
What the hell, sports?
Okay, so
I'm intently
JJ.
grabbing my microphone, so you know.
JJ, you have the answers to the questions I'm about to ask, right?
Yep, I got it. And explain the speed round to him, would you?
All right, the speed round is this. I came up with 5 questions earlier. I answered them. You have to answer the way I answered to get a point. And whoever has the most points at the end of the speed round will win. So there's 5 questions. JJ already knows the answers I have because I sent them to him earlier. You ready for the speed round, Thomas?
I guess so. I have no choice, but yes,
The
sir.
5 questions are this. First one, Disney, Star Wars, or Star Wars?
Disney.
Disney,
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars?
Star Wars.
Oh shit.
Disney,
Disney,
Star Wars,
Star
or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Okay. All right. You guys both got your answers in. Next up, Kirk, McCoy, Spock, or Picard, Riker, and Data.
Kirk,
Picard,
McCoy,
Riker,
Spock.
and Data.
Okay. You say
Ooh.
Kirk and you say Picard. Okay. Very good.
One at a time, gentlemen. One at a time.
All right.
Thomas,
Mhm.
Marvel or DC?
Shit. Marvel.
DC.
Okay. Next up, Han Solo or Indiana Jones?
Indy.
Indy.
And the last one, is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat animal crackers?
No,
Yes.
because they're crackers.
All right. That's it. So, JJ, come back.
Okay.
This is fun. I like this element.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to do this, but you know, Thomas,
Mhm.
You did good. Ords, you did good. The final tally is going to be Ords, you got 50. Thomas, you got 35 points. So Ords is the winner.
Yeah,
Ords is the
baby.
All right. The answers I gave were at Disney, Star Wars, or Star Wars. I said Star Wars. Kirk, McCoy, Spock, or Picard, Riker, and Data. I said Kirk, McCoy, Spock. Marvel or DC. I said DC. And Han Solo or Indiana Jones. It's both. It's a trick question. Both answers work. And is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat animal crackers? Of course, they're made out of animals. What else? Okay. And actually, Thomas, come back here real quick because I'm going to go ahead and take the crown from you, Ords. I'm going to give it to Thomas. Why? Because I can. Because the points don't matter.
That's despicable.
No, guys, thank you very much for coming in. Actually, everybody's a winner. We're going to bring everybody back right now. And thank you guys for participating. I thought
Come in.
I wish you could see my face right now.
Does it look like your card?
Oh, I'll take a picture for you.
I wish you had been prepared and had your camera
have
plugged
my
in so we
camera
could see your
hooked up.
face.
I
All right,
just shed a
guys.
What a
tear.
YouTuber he is with no camera.
I think points should have been taken away from Ords because he didn't show his face the entire time when we all showed his face.
He's got a point there.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
valid
gonna
point.
keep my fucking camera.
All right, guys. So with that said, we're gonna wrap this thing up right now because I have to go get my kid. That's how it works.
Gilkman.
Thomas has got to get going. We all got things to do,
Gilkman.
people to see, and places to be. Blah, 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 blah.
Gilkman.
And with that, we're gonna go really quick, guys. Tell everybody about yourself, where you can be found, all that fun stuff. Thomas, you go first. Go ahead.
Hey everyone, my name's Gilkman. You can find me over my channel. I'm doing a stream at 10:30, maybe tonight with Rosetta, Geek Blend, Lust, Jedi, and Shellback about pop culture and maybe the Atlanta situation. You can find me where I do better videos than I did before. Thank you for checking me out, and thank you, Chris, for having me on. And thank you. Yeah.
Winner.
Woo! All right. Ord, go ahead and tell them about yourself, where you can be found, all that fun stuff.
We all know who really won today.
Not Ord.
Poor sport. Poor sport.
Anyway, you guys can find me over at youtube.com/Ords Bored. You can also find me at the same handle on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I believe Chris and I've asked a few people, next weekend, we're going to be celebrating the 30th anniversary of the release of the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movie with an introspective on the movies. So very excited to do that. A special guest appearance by Fatal J. So excited to stream with him, excited to stream with Chris about that. Anyway, guys, you can also find my work. If you guys like Vikings, if you guys like board games, you can find my work over at Omni Lucid Media Games on YouTube. A couple of buddies of mine are putting together this killer board game, and I'm doing videos for them. So you guys can go over there and check that out. I know we're looking at doing some kind of Kickstarter down the road, some kind of thing to raise money to get this game put out. Shut up, Scott. Anyway, guys, make sure you come check me out on YouTube. Come hang out with me. I'm bored and would love your company. And cancel the Gilkman.
No.
Cancel fucking Ords.
All right, up
Yeah.
next, AJ right there, our lovely guest, point giver, and all-around great guy. JJ, tell everybody about yourself.
And a jerk for taking 1 minute away.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy JJ. Chris, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Nothing really important going on. I just jump from stream to stream. I'm a mod mainly on a few different channels. You can find me here at Sith3827 on Twitter. Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet, sometimes I don't. Go check it out. It's a crapshoot. Thanks for having me, Chris. I appreciate it. I enjoyed myself.
Very good. Thank you for coming today. Up next, HanStar. HanStar, tell them where you can be found, what you're about, all that fun stuff.
Hey everybody, I'm Han from HanStar, youtube.com/HanStar. Be on the lookout for some kayaking videos. The weather's starting to get nice here, and I live 5 minutes from a river, and my garage looks like a outfitter's. I have a wall of kayaks and paddles and life jackets. And Chris is
I'm excited for that, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
But a kayak is more like this, Chris.
I know.
You're more a canoe.
Not to interrupt HanStar, but
like
not to interrupt HanStar, but I'm really excited to see your outdoor content, dude. Just so you know, I mean that.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Same.
And until that happens, I also am doing a van build that's kind of been on hold because of work and because of the fluffy bunny that's going around. That's kind of been put on hold. I'm also doing a van build, #van life, because everybody's #van
I just
life
bought a
is
van. I just bought a van.
And right now, mainly what I'm doing is streams. I have my Thursday Bloody Mary brunch streams like I had today, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm off on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So what do you do when you're off in the middle of the week and nobody's home? You day drink and talk about topics. Sometimes we have topics. Sometimes we BS. It's a crapshoot. One day you may come and we talk about the Titanic, the Olympic, and the Britannic, and the next day you may show up and we may talk about how Canuck was a security guard and he caught people giving head to each other in a cemetery.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah, go check that out.
That was today. If you want to watch the replay, that was today. I also do Sunday streams. I have my Jackbox game stream coming up this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, where shock, we play Jackbox games. It's just a fun hangout stream. Chris is there a lot. Sith's there a lot. Great group of people in the chat. Fandom Menace people, Comicsgate people. Play some Jackbox games with us. Join the chat. It's always a good time. And the Sundays, bi-weekly Sundays, I'm not doing Jackbox. We have Name That Tune, 9 p.m. Eastern. Chris is the DJ, and we play Name That Tune, where Chris plays the music without the lyrics, and people try to guess what the song is. It's always a good time. Come join the chat. If you want to be in the show and you haven't before, or you want to be on it again, hit me up. I need to get Ords on again. Scott, if you want to be on again. Gilkman, like I said, we're looking for to rotate some new people in because we've had a lot of the same people. So that's about it. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at HanStar YT. Add a YT at the end.
Yep. All right, very good. And last but not least, Mr. Scott from Sporking News Podcast.
Gross.
Go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, where you can be found, blah, 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 blah.
So gross.
And the timer starts now.
Instead of being like Ords instead of being like Ords, I'm not going to just talk about myself. Please subscribe to HanStar and Thomas, the winner, Gilkman, and the real Chris review of the 3000. Sith, if you have one too, throw yours in there too. But Ords, no, you selfish. Once you got that card, you became selfish.
That's all right. Wait till you see my card.
It's all about the wrench, buddy.
You know it, brother.
He's riding on the card.
Mine.
He's riding on the card so hard he didn't even plug his camera in. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to plug my camera in, and I'm a
exactly.
YouTuber.
Such a YouTuber. Such a YouTuber.
I know why that camera ain't on, and I'm cool with it.
Thank you, bro. See, look. Oh my, he gets me.
Yep. All right,
he can really talk. What a great channel that'll be.
What I want to say to all you guys is thank you for being on the panel, guys, tonight. I really appreciate it. You guys were great. And with that said, everybody say goodbye to the chat. Everybody, move on.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
guys,
chat.
thanks for checking us out.
Wash your
Be sure to
hands.
subscribe to both channels, and make sure to check out our friends in the Fandom Menace. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and BitChute. And you can also send us an email at Sean@SeanStackHouseReacts.com and chrisknight at TheRealReview3000.com. And be sure to swing by our Teespring store to pick up some awesome merchandise.